Hey guys, welcome to Momsense. I'm Kylie.
And I'm Kambria.
This week we're going to talk about being in a funk. I texted Cam recently and just told her, I don't know what's going on. My mind is playing tricks on me. I have felt very this like not good about myself. My clothes aren't fitting right. My hair, I need a makeover. Do I want to color it? Do I want to chop it? Do I want to go get extensions? Like my makeup doesn't look right. And
The weather,
yeah,
everything.
the weather, like am I being a good mom? Am I being a good wife? I feel like I'm maybe nagging too much at Brady. And so I feel very in a funk right now. And I know that you kind of mentioned that you're feeling that way also.
Yes. And mine, as I mentioned to you, mine is more of like a back to school funk.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all summer long, I'm like, man, I can't wait for school to start. I'm gonna be on a schedule. And now I'm like, oh, lots of things.
Yeah. It feels like so many things that are
So many
happening
things, yeah.
that you're like, where do I even start?
Well, and then, like you mentioned, whenever your hair, your makeup, like all the things. So all summer, I'd look homeless. And then I'm like, oh, now I actually have to get out of the house and be
I don't think I've
presentable.
seen a day where you looked homeless.
You will soon, trust me. But yeah, so I think it's really important to be self-aware when you're in a funk, because then, like you said, when you're self-aware, you can reflect back and pull yourself out of the funk.
Yeah.
Because that's the most important thing.
Yeah, 100%. As I was thinking about this topic in particular, I was recognizing some of the things that I did. I do feel better. Like today, even yesterday kind of felt better. I had talked to a friend, truthfully, like being aware and saying like, I know that I'm in a funk.
Yeah.
I am aware that my mind is telling me things aren't true.
Yeah.
It isn't real is what I was going
Yeah.
with. And so talked to a friend, just said, hey, this is what I'm feeling right now.
Yeah.
I'm aware of it. I don't know why. And then they were able to be like a hype
Yeah.
man for me and say, girl, you look good today. I love those jeans on you. Your hair looks great.
Yes.
Just be there and reassure you.
It's so
And it's
important
not-
to have somebody.
Yeah, and it's not always about, reassuring your looks. It's you are doing a fantastic job at this. You're a good
Exactly.
mom. You're a good wife. You're a good friend.
Or I'm proud of you. Like,
Mhm.
knowing that somebody's proud of you is a big deal, whether it's your spouse, whether it's a coworker.
It goes a
your
long
friend.
way.
It does. It really does.
All that to say, this just sparked my brain, is, again, going back to you just never know what somebody's going through.
Exactly.
And being sure to, if you see somebody when you're out that you like their shoes or their earrings or their hair looks good that day,
Compliments.
compliment them.
Always.
Because I'm telling you, if I was having a bad day and somebody said, girl, you look good today, and they don't know me, I'd be like,
Thank you.
confidence boost,
Yes,
confidence boost.
I needed that. And, a lot of times when I get into a funk, I will just pray. I'm like, Lord, like, help me snap out of it. And, help me start to rewire my brain to be more positive. Because once you go down the road of the funk, like the devil's just right there behind you. He's like, yes, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. And you're like,
Yes.
no. Jesus, I need you. Help me.
Yes.
Pull me out of this. Because, once you start going downhill, like you're going downhill fast.
Mhm. And
it's all
that is how I have felt probably the last week and a half, is just, again, like, I don't feel like I'm picking out cute outfits. I don't feel like I'm doing a good job at work. And then you start to get in your head, and you really do start to not do a good job because you're questioning
yes.
every single thing that you do.
Absolutely.
And you do start to pick out funky outfits, because then you start to get in this slump and you're like, I'm just going to put leggings and a sweatshirt on, versus getting up and doing something with yourself.
Yeah.
And that getting up and doing something with yourself does set you up for success for the day.
It does. That's why I
It's-
make my bed every day.
I do not make that every day. I'm
But no,
very
you're-
guilty of that.
You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. And it's so funny. I was just telling Justin, I'm like, I don't have any clothes. And I'm like, I have a closet full of clothes. That's stupid. But when I go to pick out something to wear, I'm like, I wear the same things all the time. Like,
yes, you try to switch it up.
and then whenever I don't really dress up. I mean, it would look really silly if I dressed up to go pick up the kids from school or go to the grocery
But
store.
you want to be cute and comfy.
Yes, exactly. And sometimes it's just a little like, I'm just going to run to Target and grab me something cute or get some new earrings or just something. And it doesn't mean you have to break the bank. But
Absolutely.
like something to help you feel like I'm cute again.
Something that I notice looking at you that I do this too is even if I'm in t-shirt and shorts and tennis shoes, jewelry.
Always.
Jewelry.
If I leave the house.
It makes you feel so much better. It makes you feel so much better.
It does. If I leave the house without earrings, I feel naked. Like I would rather leave the house naked.
Yes.
Not really, but
if I don't have hoops or something funky, I always have studs.
Always. And even if I'm in workout clothes, I got all my jewelry on. I know it's
yes.
Whatever.
I do the same thing.
Justin and I went on a lunch date the other day and I forgot all my bracelets. I had my Apple Watch, but no bracelets on. And he's, something looks weird about you. And I was like, what do you mean? And he said, oh, you don't have those things on your arms. I'm like,
those things on your arms. That
gosh.
feels very Justin.
Yeah, very Justin, right? But yeah, pulling yourself together, putting yourself together, not being the homeless slob that you sometimes can be is very important because, I mean, when things are looking negative and then you're seeing yourself in a negative perspective, then you're treating others around you negative.
100%.
And it's a funky funk that like.
Unfortunately, when you're treating those people that are around you negatively, it's the people that are closest to you.
Absolutely. I
will not lie. I have been snappy with Brady this week, and he does not deserve that because of how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens on the flip side when he's tired or he's had a long week. There are times you spend a lot of time with each other, you snap at each other, and so you forgive and you give grace. But I do beat myself up whenever I do that, especially in the moment. I do something and I'm like, ooh, that was aggressive.
You're like, I probably could have said that in a better tone.
But now you're walking the path.
Yeah, now
you're not taking it back.
Exactly. No, it's funny. And a lot of times I get in my worst funks whenever Justin's out of town. And then I'm like, you just get to go do whatever you want. And I'm just here. And then I'm like, I could have gone. It's my fault. But let me be in this funk. I'm in the funk. And, you know, it's a lot whenever he's out of town with the kids. And then I really don't get ready. I'm like, oh, yeah, my hair, whatever. Like, who cares? But when it comes to, like, pulling yourself out of a funk, what helps you? Like I said, like, for me, I'm like, I just want to, like, run to Target or buy something online, do something to make myself feel better because I'm over here, you know, pity partying, having a, you know, feeling sorry for myself.
Yeah. I think I do a couple of things. Like I said, I tell somebody, hey, this is how I'm feeling, so that, one, I have a sounding board of somebody who I know is going to be honest with me, where if I am in a funk and I am doing something wrong, they can say, well, you know, you got a good gauge on yourself right now. You're being self-aware.
Yes.
Or you are so unaware of who you are. Let me reel you back in.
Exactly.
So telling somebody is always good because having that reinforcement, that hype, huge asset in feeling better about yourself. Next part is, truthfully, I don't know why I do this. I try to eat better.
Yeah. Well, when you eat better, you feel better. I
try to eat better. I try not to go grab fast food. I try to make sure that we are cooking at home. Sometimes my funks even feel financial.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where, okay, this week I went and bought groceries, but I didn't cook a single thing.
And then you're throwing it away. I'm guilty of that.
Well, I didn't cook a single thing. And every single night I could have cooked, but instead I went and grabbed Chick-fil-A or McDonald's,
Yes.
or I DoorDash something because I'm too lazy to cook when there's no excuse for me to be lazy to cook.
Yeah. Oh.
So now I'm mad at myself because I'm eating crap. And I'm mad at myself because I just spent $40 for a $2 hamburger.
Yeah, for no freaking reason. Oh my gosh, yes. But that's so true. When I'm in a funk, I don't want to cook. I don't want to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's my job. Like I'm a stay-at-home
You're
mom.
like,
Like
I'm a mom.
I need to be doing all of the things, and I have the time to be, because I'm at home during the day.
Oh my gosh. Something else I do really bad whenever I'm in a funk is I fail to prepare.
Yeah.
So I'm a big try and pack Xander's bag before he goes to bed at night so I don't have to get up in the morning and try and do it while I'm trying to get myself ready. I don't set out my clothes because I can set out my clothes and in the morning when I get up, I've got a whole different idea of what I'm feeling like wearing. But I do try to put, the extra clothes in his backpack, make sure that his bag is ready to go. He's got diapers, he's got wipes, his bottles are set out, his bottles are clean, whatever else. I fail to prepare. I will not pack his bag. I'll just toss it down when I get home. And then in the morning, I'm mad at myself.
Yes,
because now I'm 15 minutes late because I didn't prepare the night before.
Oh, yeah.
And I slept in because I'm feeling bad about myself. I'm like, oh, I just don't even want to get up. I don't want to do anything today. I want to lay in bed.
Yeah.
It is this awful cycle.
I literally this week didn't pack the kids' lunch the night before and woke up the next morning just like so mad at myself. And it's the added stress. You're like, why would I do this to myself?
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you what, packing toddlers' lunches is not fun. 0%. Sometimes they eat it, sometimes they don't. Does anybody have this allergy in the class? Like, there's all the things that you have to think about. And then you see like the perfect moms, on social media,
that are like cutting stars out of their cucumbers.
Yes, exactly. And then like making
I aspire to be that mother. I'm not.
Oh, same.
I'm like Lunchable.
I even got all the cookie cutters.
Oh my goodness.
And then not happening. But so I saw this meme not too long ago, and it was a mom who didn't pack her kid's lunch, and then the kid took the lunch to school and put a White Claw in there and was like, I mean, it was in the fridge. I mean, it happens.
They didn't drink it.
Yeah, totally kidding, but it does not happen. But I mean, packing kids' lunches is not fun.
Well, you mentioned allergies, and I'm hoping, Xander, he has an egg allergy.
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping that by the time he's needing to pack lunches, that he's grown out of it, if he grows out of it. But hopefully he is grown out of it because, oh my gosh, egg is in everything.
Everything. And it's not fun whenever kids get to have cupcakes and cookies and he can't. Yeah. No, that's so...
Even at daycare, I walked in the other day and I noticed his picture was on the wall next to... They have like these little high chair things for the babies. I noticed his picture was on the wall and it says real big allergies, and then it has egg and milk underneath it. And...
it just breaks your heart.
I know. Because... like you said, the cookies and the cupcakes and the whatever else that he can't have.
Yes.
It makes me so sad. The first thing I thought about whenever I found out that he had an egg allergy was he's not going to get to have a first birthday cake. Now, I know that's extreme because they make eggless cakes. But that's the first thing I thought is he's not going to have a traditional, what everybody else gets to have, birthday cake. I have to go buy a special cake.
Yeah,
oh, man.
No, that's so hard. And like I mentioned earlier, social media can get you real funky real quick.
Yes, it can.
Comparison is the thief of joy, and don't do it because with social media, I mean, there are some phenomenal moms, Pinterest moms. I'm like, wow, y'all are awesome. And then I'm feeling bad about myself because I do have the time to, make star cheese things or whatever. I don't know.
A charcuterie board.
Yeah, a charcuterie board for their lunch and, all of the things and cut everything fun and you sit there and all you see on social media is the good. And that's great.
You don't see how long it took them to prepare it.
Yeah.
You don't see if their kid even ate it.
If they're happy in life.
How much it cost them.
I mean, everybody acts like they're happy in life on social media. Mm-hmm. But clearly, like, nobody's perfect. Nobody has, a good day every day.
It's true.
And, it's easy to look on social media and compare yourself and then be in more of a funk because, gosh, social media moms, you're always dressed to the nines. I mean, influencers, for example, you're dressed to the nines. Always, have the latest, greatest product, can afford everything. And I'm like, when this economy, no, I got to go to Walmart. Like,
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with Walmart.
Nope.
You're shopping at Walmart. Well, I'm at the Dollar Tree.
Shoot, Kenzie's face routine, the money she spends on stupid face cleaning stuff. It's not stupid. It's important to clean your face. Whatever, I get it. But this hype right now, the preteen, face makeup.
But it's not even the preteen. Like, it's women in general. The get ready with me videos.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't afford all that.
I'm like, how do you have time to get ready that long? I have 10 minutes. Right. 10 minutes max.
How do you have time to get ready? How do you afford all that? It's expensive. So Kenzie's got all this bougie stuff that she saved up and bought on her own because I'm like, girl, if it doesn't come from Walmart, you're not getting it.
Oh, I love that. I do love that you guys encourage her to save up and spend her own money to earn things. I love that.
Yes. And so most of the time when she asks for something, I'm like, okay, well, how are you going to pay for this? Just to get her mind, thinking because we're not going to pay for everything.
Mm-hmm.
And this week, she sent me a link from Amazon and was like, hey, Mom, can you order this? I'll bring you the money. And she was in her room. I'm in the kitchen. I open the link and she's turning around the corner with cash in her hand. And I open it and it was a 12-pack of WWJD bracelets.
Aww.
From Amazon.
You're like, I got it, girl.
And yeah, exactly. I was like, no, Kenzie, I will pay for this. And she was like, thank you so much. I got them. I wanted to get 12 for me and all my friends.
She's got a good heart.
Exactly. And I was like,
you're doing good, Mama.
I can pay for this time.
It makes them appreciate, like, because, when people do kind things for you, whether it's monetary or just like actually doing something kind for you, it makes you appreciate it so much more whenever when you generally do it yourself.
Yes.
And somebody goes out of their way to do it. And so I love that you guys do that because she does appreciate the small things. I'm sure those bracelets weren't more than $20.
I think it was like $17.
Right. And so at the end of the day, it's not that big of a deal.
But
it was a big deal to her.
Yes. And seeing it when it popped up, it was the old, like 90s WWJD bracelet. Yeah. And I'm like, that's so cool that that's coming back.
Yeah.
But when she opened it, when, next day shows up from Amazon, her face lit up and she was so excited. And she was saying which friend was getting which color. And I'm just like, I love that. And
that's so good.
Yeah. And it made my heart so happy.
Something I just thought about that I do think is so helpful in getting you out of funk is, so this morning we had a work event and I brought Xander. Mm-hmm. And walking around with him and everybody saying, oh my gosh, he's such a good baby. Oh, he's so cute. And oh, you look so good. You want to feel good? Take your cute baby somewhere.
Yes.
You will feel good.
Especially that early.
Yes.
Like, oh man. We had, what time were you were up there earlier than me. We had a work event.
I was awake at 3:30.
Oh no, not me.
At the church at 5.
Yeah, I didn't get to the church until 7. And I yanked Oakley out of bed. She slept the whole way there, and then I got her dressed when we got there.
Justin was watching me get Xander dressed in the back of my car. He said, I got here early, and nobody but Kyleigh was here. I was like,
I know.
You saw me struggling trying to get this boy's shoes on, right? You should have got out of the car and come help me.
All 700 of his alarms were going off this morning. And I'm like...
So Brady's not the only one that has a million alarms?
And I said
they're every 5 minutes, and he snoozes them.
It's so frustrating. So frustrating. I set all of his clothes out. He was ready to go.
Oh, you're so sweet.
But he was not ready to go this morning. He's stumbling around, being all out at whatever time it was. Then I couldn't go back to bed, and I'm just like, we're about to do this. We are all about to be up really early with all the kids and go.
Hey, you did it.
We did it. And
you did it.
I mean, yeah.
They all looked adorable.
Thank you. So did Xander. It was, oh man. At one point, Oakley was standing up against the chair, and she just like straight back on her head during the presentation, and I was just like, oh my, and she just starts screaming. I'm like, I cannot get to the back.
I saw you get up and walk. I was like, huh, I didn't even hear her.
I will say though, I know how important it is for Justin for us to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And this week he's like, hey, don't forget we have the pep rally Friday. I really understand if you don't want to get the kids up and go. And I know he wanted us there. And I'm not going to lie, I was in a funk all week about having to wake up that early because my kids are sleepyheads.
I cannot get well having a child in daycare. You catch all the bugs.
Oh, yeah.
All the bugs. So, it's like 3 weeks ago we had COVID and flu. This week I had a stomach flu.
Worse.
I was dying. Worse than COVID. Like, stomach bug, count me all the way out.
Yes.
I do not want that. Anyways, Xander didn't get sick. Praise God. But Mama was down. And so all week, all I could think about was, oh my gosh, Friday we have this thing.
Friday.
I'm going to have to haul Xander with me.
Yep.
I still don't feel fantastic. And yeah, I was with you on the feeling funky about Friday.
Like just dreading it. And then obviously I left there like so super happy,
so energized.
Excited. Best, great presentation, great.
So energized.
Yeah.
Well, presentation, fantastic, right? At the end of the day, it's the people you're surrounded by.
Yes, exactly.
It is the people you are surrounded by that matters.
And that's why it's so important to surround yourself with positive people because they help pull you out of your funk when you are feeling funky.
Yes, they do. Man.
Well, this week, do you have a mom fail or win? I mean, I would say that was a win in general for both of us. So we both
We did win this week.
But personally.
This week I feel like this week was such a blur. It was such a blur. Mom fail. Xander had his 9-month checkup. And while we're in the doctor's room waiting on the doctor, I'm like trying to change his diaper. He's rolling all over the place.
Yeah.
Like diaper comes off, things start falling. He's trying to stand up, so the cot is like up against the mirror.
Yeah.
So he's like naked, trying to stand up on the mirror. Yep. When I tell you this kid smoked his head on the mirror.
Yeah, no, Oakley's a black guy right now.
As the doctor is walking in, I was like, I swear I don't beat my son.
That's how it always happens. They're like walking in and you're like, oops.
Also, I swear my kid's not this wild.
Yeah, right.
Every single day, all day long. I can't attest to when he's at daycare, but when he's at home.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Worst.
Also, he's trying to stand up and pull himself up on everything. Mom fail / win is bathtub. He kept trying to stand up in the bathtub.
Oh, makes me so nervous.
Nervous. I ordered a no slip grip bathtub thing because he's been in a chair, like in a bath seat. He is done with the seat. He's like, Mom, get this out.
Yeah.
So you know how the back of the bathtubs have the slant so that you can lay down and relax. Well, this kid, and he has no give up. Talk about having some tenacity.
Oh my gosh.
This kid tried to crawl up the side of the bathtub over and over and over again. I would pick him up, put him down.
Like it's a slide.
Yeah. No, you need to sit on your bottom. No, you need to sit on your bottom. No, you sit on your bottom. He doesn't care. Obviously, he doesn't even know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's getting mad because I keep picking him up and putting him back down. I was like, okay, fine. Do it. Figure it out, buddy.
Yep.
And what does he do? He falls and busts his butt. But guess what? He kept getting up and doing it anyways. I was like,
you're supposed to learn. Come on.
Whatever.
Come on, Xander.
Mom fail of just letting him do it. Mom win of just letting him do it. So.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you gotta. Well, I have a mom fail this week. And I'm just going to say 7th grade math is not for me.
No math is for me.
No math is for me, right? Oh man. So Kinsey asked me for help on her math homework. And I looked at it and I was like, what is happening? What is this? And so I Google it and then I'm like, Google.
Even more confused than you were
Google
before.
can't even tell me. And yeah, and I'm like, oh no. Like, what happened? Am I not smart? I can't do 7th grade math.
Well, and are they at that age too where they're like, you need to show your work?
Yes.
And you're like, but the way that I'm showing you the work the way that I was taught, but the way that the format, the
new format.
Whatever they are teaching them now.
They're doing weird stuff now.
Is bananas.
The math is not mathing for me with this middle school stuff. It's rough. It is real rough, let me tell you.
Yeah, Brady's going to have to handle the math homework whenever Xander's in school.
Yeah, Justin ended up having to help her. I was like looking at my phone stumped because I Googled it and I'm like, why is there boxes? What are we doing? Don't you just like take the one away and carry over what what you're supposed to do, the way you're supposed to do math.
Supposed to do. Now we feel our parents' pain of, they're like, this isn't right. And you're like, yes, my teacher said it's this way. Yeah. And they're like, but it's not. And you're like, no, it is. Now roles are reversed. Yeah. And you're like, you're doing it wrong, kid.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't even know what you're doing, but it's not it.
Man. Okay. Well, I think this was really good.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for tuning in to Momsense. I'm Kyleigh.
And I'm Kambria.
We'll see you next week.